Malcolm-Jamal Warner was more than just Theo Huxtable. And on July 20th, the world was reminded just how fragile life can be. At just 54 years old, Warner's life was tragically cut short during what should have been a relaxing family vacation in Costa Rica. What began as a joyful getaway turned into heartbreak that no one saw coming. The autopsy results are now in, and they've confirmed the one thing his fans feared the most. It was supposed to be a simple day at the beach. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, known for his warm presence and talent that spanned generations, had entered the ocean to body surf. According to Costa Rican authorities, he was caught in a sudden current. Onlookers rushed in to help. They pulled him from the water and tried to revive him as the Costa Rican Red Cross arrived. But despite every effort, Warner was pronounced dead on the scene. The country's national police confirmed his identity shortly after, and an official investigation was launched immediately. Just 2 days later, on July 22nd, the results of his autopsy were made public by Costa Rica's Judicial Investigation Agency. The cause: accidental asphyxiation by submersion. In simpler terms, he drowned. No foul play, no drugs or suspicious activity, just a heartbreaking accident in the water. It was sudden, it was tragic, and it was final. His body, still in Costa Rica, was transferred to a funeral service authorized by his family for return to the U.S. While the news of his passing shocked the world, the emotional weight felt heavier because of what Warner represented. His iconic role as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show wasn't just a part, it was a generational symbol. From 1985 to 1992, he played a character that helped redefine the image of black families on television. In an interview just last year, Warner reflected on that legacy. He said, "Though the Huxtables were clearly black, the family issues were universal. Anyone could relate. That's what made it powerful. It wasn't just about representation, it was about authenticity. Theo wasn't written to fit a stereotype, he was written to be human." And Warner delivered that humanity with heart, humor, and sincerity. The show's success wasn't just due to its comedy, but because audiences saw themselves in the Huxtables. And much of that heart came directly from Warner. But Malcolm-Jamal Warner's career didn't end with The Cosby Show. Far from it. He evolved. He pushed forward. He continued to tell stories on his terms. From Malcolm and Eddie, where he shared the screen with Eddie Griffin for 4 years, to the family-focused read between the lines with Tracee Ellis Ross, Warner kept building. More recently, he appeared in acclaimed dramas like Major Crimes, Suits, 911, and most memorably as A.J. Austin on The Resident. In every role, he brought gravitas, soul, and a presence that demanded attention. And just months before his passing, Warner launched a podcast titled Not All Hood, a cultural deep dive co-hosted with Wussy Baraka and Candace Kelly. The podcast, which only debuted in May 2024, was meant to explore the nuances of black identity and community beyond the usual headlines. It was Warner's next evolution: storyteller, host, thinker. The news of his death sent a ripple through Hollywood and beyond. Fellow actor Morris Chestnut, who shared screen time with Warner on The Resident, wrote, "He brought so much depth, warmth, and wisdom to every scene and every conversation. One of the nicest in the business." Patrick J. Adams from Suits echoed similar sentiments. "He was untouchable when it came to generosity of spirit and absolute commitment." Eddie Griffin, Warner's longtime friend and co-star, hosted a simple but heartbreaking tribute. "My big little brother." The words said it all. The bond they shared went beyond screen chemistry, it was real. Tracee Ellis Ross took to social media with a series of throwback photos, writing, "I love you, Malcolm. First I met you as Theo with The Rest of the World, then you were my first TV husband. My heart is so sad. What an actor and friend you were: warm, gentle, present, kind, thoughtful, deep, funny, elegant." What made Warner special wasn't just his talent, it was how he carried it. He never needed the spotlight to be the brightest person in the room. Whether delivering punchlines or standing in silence, his presence filled the frame. He had the rare ability to make characters feel lived in, relatable, and human. Off-screen, Warner was a poet and musician, often blending spoken word with jazz and funk in live performances. His artistry was always evolving, always reaching, and he used that art to uplift, to question, to inspire. He wasn't chasing fame, he was chasing meaning. Malcolm-Jamal Warner's death leaves a hole not just in Hollywood, but in the hearts of everyone who grew up watching him, learning from him, and feeling represented by him. He was more than a character, he was a cultural landmark. He reminded us that identity doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. That success can be graceful. That being real matters more than being flashy. And now, in his absence, we're left with the stories he told, the roles he made unforgettable, and the love he gave to his craft and his community. Rest in peace, Malcolm. Your voice, your impact, your light, it all lives on.